Hey guys, it's Julie here. How are you doing today and what have you been up to? Hopefully nothing like this video displays for the sake of your hairline and your freedom, because if you did, you can't escape, because I'm here to judge your terrible hair decisions and tell you why you should not have made that choice and possibly send you to jail for self-endangerment. Some of you guys wanted me to make this an ongoing series where I react to bad protective hairstyles, so here we go. I have a list today and I can only hope you're able to steer clear of making these decisions yourself by the time we're done. So, the first hairstyle is the world's tiniest braids. This hairstyle is called 1 million braids, in case you didn't know. It is the microest type of braiding that exists. They keep braiding strings of your imagination together until they are done. I think this is the tiniest I've ever seen. I mean, this looks unreal. It should be 1 trillion braids at this rate. The other day, I saw this TikTok of somebody saying that they craved 1 million braids. I was in disbelief. Crave? You can crave pizza. You can crave junk. You can crave late night texts from your ex. But how do you crave this hairstyle? This is not a hairstyle. This is a lifestyle. There is no end result to this. You just keep braiding and braiding and braiding for the rest of your days. I mean, come on now. The reason there is no end result to this is because it's still ongoing. I saw this video last year, by the way, and I'm sure the hairstylists are still somewhere around the nape of her neck at this time this year. This hairstyle cannot be completed in one generation. I mean, look at this. Look at how many strands are being put into one braid. The hairstylist children will have to take over after her. I don't think they'll be done in this lifetime, quite frankly. Look at this. They picked every ounce of baby hairs and even the unborn children. Some of these braids are merely spermatozoa. They have not even met the eggs yet to form the babies, and they are being braided into extinction. Tell me this is not self-endangerment. Seeing braids this tiny and tight is making my skin crawl. And it's the way the hairstylist is. Look, they're still trying to put the fresh braids up into a ponytail. What type of tomfoolery are you guys participating in at your hairstylist shop? Combing through it with a rat tail comb. Oh, Chimo. I can't even play the audio of this video because it has copyrighted music over it, and someone sent it to me, so I don't know if there's an original one without the song, but this lady is actually moaning in pain. And nary a fox was given. They're still trying to pack it up. Is it by force? If you get into a cat fight while this type of hairstyle is in, well, we all know what would happen. And if you are asking how to undo braids this tiny, you don't. You simply shave your head when you're done with the experience, and you thank the Lord for surviving such an ordeal. Jail. Yeah, they have to go to jail. To the stylists, all the apprentices that took part in this debauchery, the patient, the paying customer, or should I say paying customer, even the person that recorded this video, all should be arrested. Bundle them up. The next hairstyle nightmare on this list is actually an accident that hits too close to home. So let's watch that. This brought back horrible memories of when I was like 5 years old and I went to my older brother's class after school was over. My brother was sharpening his pencil and I don't even know what I was looking for or what was going through my head. I just went close to him and the blade shaved off one of my brows and took some skin off as well. We didn't even know what happened. He kept on sharpening his pencil and me, I didn't feel anything at first. It was just like a flash until somebody looked at me and said, "Hey, is that blood on your shirt?" And then that quiet moment of realization before chaos broke. Oh, I cried. I crewed. They rushed me to the headmistress office to get first aid. I still remember how that iodine felt on my open wound. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, the scar eventually cleared off and I didn't lose any body parts. But the same way everybody has to learn that fire is hot was how I had to learn that blades were sharp. That you don't go near people that are sharpening their pencils. Anyways, not me making this girl's injury about myself. I hope she regains her hair. It looks like that thing took some skin off, and the worst part is that it's in the front. There's no escaping this. You have to wake up and look at this every single day. Oh gosh. I actually just wondered if this is how Rihanna's iconic early 2000s hairstyle started out as. Well, this definitely made me cringe in horror, but I don't think this was self-inflicted like many of the others on this list. So I would much rather send her to the ER than send her to jail. So I saw this video of a hairstylist gluing on, I don't even know what to call this, scraps of hair on this woman's hairline, and the rest of the hair is in braids. Like, what in the disjointed, unrhyming, and inconsistent arrangement is this? It's like wearing a construction work overall and then throwing a tie on it and a gold wristwatch just for kicks and giggles. I honestly don't understand the point of this other than trying to lose all your edges. The glue used to attach this miniature frontal is just going to end up ripping up the fine hairs in that section. I think that a lot of black women will go to any lengths to hide their hair texture, and it usually results in hair damage. This is the height of tomfoolery. We saw a rise of people relaxing their edges so their front hairs can look laid and slayed in their braids, and we saw people lose edges over that trend too. I can't think of any reason why someone would do this if it's not because they are ashamed of the texture of their hair. I don't think that she's losing that much edges to where she needs to cover it up with another hair type. Her edges look normal in this video from what I can see. So why not just put edge control on your own edges and lay it if it was that serious? Also, please stop picking up every last strand of hair and tucking them away in braids. This is how you lose your edges. This is about 7 strands of hair wrapped in heavy canacolon. Her hair cannot withstand this, I promise. It will start hanging and dangling dangerously in a few days, and if she's lucky, her hair will slide free of the heavy braiding hair. But if she's not, the braiding hair will take those scraps of her hair along with it, and that's how you start getting her hair will just break off from the roots. This is not knotless braids. She's getting snatched clean from the roots. This is not a protective hairstyle. And the mini frontal edges pieces are diabolical. It doesn't look natural. It'll be like lace where, lace there. Some of these stylists have a sense of humor. I can't lie to you. They couldn't get into comedy, so they went into cosmetics and they started putting all the punchlines in their hairstyles. This was intended to make the hairstylist laugh. She would go home and she would think about it and she would just giggle. I mean, look at this. Her job can be a little boring sometimes. I get it. She's standing for long hours braiding. She needs something to add a little bit of plot twist, and then boom, the customer is elaborate. She convinces them that they need this, they get it. And I mean, you guys, what do you think of these front pieces? Maybe I won't send these ones to jail, but detention at least. That should be an option, right? Tell me, is this something you guys will be interested in doing, adding these front pieces to your braids? Because I don't know, maybe I'm backwards. Maybe I'm the one that is a little behind on the trends. I don't know if this is what the girlies are doing now. I don't even know what to call this. What is the purpose of this one again? You made a hairstyle. You finished the hair. It looks decent. And then instead of the hairdresser to unhand you, she goes ahead to start applying concealer on the parts. Biko, what are we concealing? Our mental issues? I don't understand. Why would you even... Please, why? What's the purpose of this? Is it supposed to give the illusion that our parts are lighter than it is? Or do they think that this makes the part look cleaner? Because it doesn't. Imagine how it will be when she starts sweating. Do you see what I mean when I say these hairdressers, they have a twisted sense of humor? I mean, I know that sometimes the client will ask for something ridiculous, but can we normalize calling the police on them? This doesn't seem legal. Or is it a trend now? Or maybe it's a trend that I don't know about then. Maybe, because you never know. People will start running mad. They'll say, oh no, it's a trend. Everybody's doing it. Caking up makeup on their scalps. This is what they're doing now. I don't like it. I don't like it. It doesn't even look finished. She did just 2 parts and she gave up. The only thing that looks finished is that tube of LA Girl concealer. See, this is what happens when your stylist thinks that she's creative and ends up using you as an experiment. They'll have a fever dream about a new hairstyle and catch one unsuspecting victim and experiment on their head. Arrest both of them, please. Ban concealer from the hairdresser shop too, before it's too late. So, this lady saw a hairstyle she liked and went to her hairdresser to do it, and this is what she got. Oh my gosh, that looks so painful. They literally grabbed her untold stories and put them in those locks. They held her dreams and thoughts and refused to let go. I I would have fought. Personally, I would have fought. I can't even lie to you. Somebody would have been beaten up. I don't understand. Like, you saw this happening. That's the part I don't get. You saw this happening. I have to believe that you were seeing and feeling as the hairdresser was creating this catastrophe on your head. This looks like two great giant lumps of disaster sitting on your head. And there's no way you were seeing this happen. You didn't think, oh, this is not the original style. You know, this is nothing like the original picture I showed this stylist. What's going on? Why is it that we find it so hard to speak up when the stylist is ruining our lives? Then you go home with a sore scalp and you cry after paying for the hair. Hey, I used to be like this. I can't even lie. As I got older, I realized that I can't be spending my money on my own suffering and sorrow. You pay me reparations if you do this to me now. And look, she ended up taking down the hairstyle the very next day. So what was the point? This is a sin. This is unholy. This is barbaric. Somebody is going to purgatory for this. And how do you collect money from someone after doing this to them? You should be paying the client because you used her for practice. The hairdresser needs to go to jail. And then she will answer for her crime spiritually as well. So there's nothing you want to tell me. This client used to be this hairstylist high school bully. Like, let's look at this pragmatically. There's no way you do this to someone you don't have beef with. Age-long beef. Like, you've been keeping this one in the cooler. You're like, one day, this thing is I'm going to crash out. This is this stylist crashing out. She finally decided to get her lick back. Anytime I see this video, I feel a part of me die. It's almost impossible the way every tiny individual strands are snatched from the roots. I always tell women, the hair doesn't have to be tight. It doesn't have to hurt for your style to turn out nice. But many say, beauty is pain. No pain, no gain. Now look at you. What have you gained from this? Other than traction alopecia? I feel like with the type of hair type we have, we should have an even easier time. But people are so obsessed with this, hyperfixated on getting this unnaturally clean parts that they end up doing this to themselves. I feel like because of our type 4 hair, we shouldn't spend so much time on parts. Me personally, I don't spend that much time on my parts when I'm doing my own hair. Because at the end of the day, my hair will poof up and cover up the imperfections. Like, that's the black girl magic we're talking about. I feel like it's our superpower as 4C girlies. When I began doing my hair with majorly kinky attachments and Marley hair, I realized that painful braids were just a social construct. I can do styles like this, and this, and this, without being in pain and without having to have the cleanest of parts, and they still turn out looking natural and nice. Like, I'll still have people stop me to ask me if that's my actual hair because it's just natural. It doesn't have to be so meticulous, and it doesn't have to be all about snatching your hair out to make it quote-unquote neat. Because when you work with your texture, you don't have to do all that. These types of hair were literally made for our hair type, and it blends beautifully with our texture. So I love that for me. I'm going to do a compilation of hairstyles you can achieve with Marley or kinky hair to have people asking for autograph because they mistook you for Rapunzel. So, okay, maybe not quite, but the same way many straight-haired girls can get away with extensions because it's in their hair type is the same way we don't have to make our hair attachment so obvious. You know, you can actually do your hair with this type of hair bundles and people will just mistake it for your hair. If you are doing braids with straight braiding hair, that's when you have to worry about making your hair blend with the attachment texture because you're working against your texture. That's why they snatch all your baby hairs and their unborn generation in a bid to get your hair to lay down. I mean, in like what, 3 days, my hair would rebel and it will start poking out of the attachments. It's like my hair is just telling the stylist and the braiding hair, do you know you have 30 minutes? So I quite frankly can't handle the pain as well. Jail to everyone involved. No bail. Don't even read their rights to them. They gave it up when they chose to be a part of this. I thought the last video I made on the worst protective hairstyles had given me enough nightmares until I saw this. I really hope this is a skit or something because there's no way you're making braids that children can be using to skip on the roadside while you're buying food items at a shop. This has to be for clout, right? And I mean, everyone is so happy to be doing this. You tell me what they deserve for this. No, I want you to look at this and tell me what they deserve for this hairstyle. Jail, hell, I don't know. Anyways, guys, the moral of this video is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Stop it. You're having way too much fun. You're using way too much of your free will. Rein it back a little bit. Sometimes consider not indulging all your innermost desires, choose peace, choose sanity. And that's all for this video, guys. Let me go rinse out my eyes because this was tough. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.